Hello everybody and welcome back to Costume Quest 2. In the last video we infiltrated the research lab, retrieved the time-traveling clock from it, and we now have a time portal that has opened to the past. So this is going to allow us to return to the Bayou and French Quarter area. Haley has left our party to go and be with her parents, and so we have to jump into this time hole in order to find Aurel as a child, Dr. White, and hopefully save the future. So when you jump out of this time hole, we can talk to this kid here. You found my secret hiding spot. Don't tell anyone about it, okay? Okay. I just found this piece of candy down here in the sewer. I've been debating, but I think I'm gonna eat it. Do you think that's a bad idea? I think it's probably fine. I wouldn't if I were you. Who knows where it's been? Oh, I see. You just want it for yourself. Get away from me. So we need to bust out the regular diplomacy that we have used so often in this game. I don't know why you would want to eat candy you found in a sewer. It's Halloween. There's a ton of candy up there for free. That's true. What was I thinking? I guess I get a little obsessed sometimes. Here, you take it. I don't want it anymore. Alright, so we can then plant this mystery candy into this plot of soil. And of course, this is going to grow when we go into our future portal, but that will be for later. We need to head back up into the French Quarter and take care of business. How are we supposed to find Aurel? Well, probably going to his house would be a really good start. But Ren is asking good questions. How are we going to find him? How are we going to convince him? All valid questions. Before we do that though, I mentioned very early on in the first few videos that we would be doing something with these statues later on in the game. So if you've never talked to these statues before, I would go ahead and do that now. You can see that one of them is a gold statue and one of them is a silver statue, and they're trying to get tip money, but obviously they're not having any luck. And they're kind of having a feud. One thinks that they're better than the other one. And this is sort of a hidden achievement. What you can do is, once you've talked to the two statues and you've kind of established that they have a bit of a rivalry going on here, you can use your Jefferson diplomacy ability on the statues. Both of you statues are pretty good performers, but you're cutting into each other's business. Why don't you join forces? You'll have double the appeal and no competition. It's not a bad idea, actually. And you can see now that they're gonna start a dancing routine, and they've actually brought some people in, and that will unlock a secret achievement. So, something that's optional, but... So with that being done, we're going to return back to Aurel's house. And knock on the door. No answer. Giving up already? No, we don't give up. We look for clues. Alright, so put on your wizard costume. And I don't know what kind of marks these are. It kind of looks like drool to me is kind of what it looks like, but whatever these marks are, we're going to want to follow them. You can see that obviously he's gone back into the French quarters, so we can kind of speed this up a little bit. And the tracks kind of stop right around here in this area. So switch to the Pharaoh. And we're gonna climb this building. And if we recall, there is a zip line on the top of this building that we were not able to use before. But now we can use it. And there's Aurel. Aurel, what are you doing up here? Okay, so I snatched someone else's candy. But my mom won't let me trick-or-treat. What am I supposed to do? And she keeps making me brush my teeth for no reason. Who wants to live in a world without candy or with all that dental hygiene? It's funny you say that. How would you like to put an end to all of that? I'm not doing anything mean to my mom, if that's what you mean. No, we just need your help with something. Would I get to wear costumes like you guys? Sure, you can wear a costume. We just need your eyes on something. Say no more. I'm coming with you guys, and that's all there is to it. Wow, rad costume. How do I look? That costume looks pretty good on you, actually. Trick or treat. Haha, yes! Okay, let's get back. Yeah, take it easy there, kid. So, he joins our party, and this chest here will contain our final creepy treat card of the game. So, all 5 pages of your creepy treat logbook should be filled up now. So you get an achievement for getting all of the cards, and this is a good opportunity in the game to go back to an easier area with easier enemies to fight and to use all of the abilities in battle if you haven't already done so. I've done that, of course, already, but it is an achievement in this game if you're interested to use every single creepy treat card ability in battle. So you can come back to this area with the cronies. This is an area with infinitely spawning enemies, and they're going to be at a much lower level than what you are now, so you can quickly breeze through using all of those cards for that achievement if you want to before returning to the present time. So now that we have Aurel, we can jump back. And you can see that our tree has grown, but it hasn't grown a lot. And that is something that we are going to fix also. The growth of that tree is very important for our last sort of optional costume. Once you've planted that tree, the gardener that was actually inside of these hedges and not accessible earlier will be watering the grass outside of the hedge line. We can talk to him. And he's not concerned about who we are, he's just worried about doing his job. I was given gardening detail because I have a green thumb. All Grubbins have green thumbs. I do not know why Dirtanian got singled out. Dirtanian? I guess that's his name. It's not a bad gig, I guess. I just have to fertilize stuff. You're from the past, right? Dirtanian remembers the past sometimes. I used to watch movies when I first came through the Monster Gate. I like movies. There was one movie that made Dirtarian very happy. It was called, it's on the tip of my tongue. So you can use the Jefferson costume on him to try to coax out what he's thinking of. Because we want to be able to get his fertilizer from him. So it takes a little while here, but he'll tell us about eating a hot dog at the theater. And this is where the hot dog upgrade comes in, because just having the basic hot dog costume won't work for this. You actually need the upgraded hot dog. We're also going to need the upgraded superhero, and we're also finally going to need the upgraded Wolfman costume. So keep in mind that this is actually the only time in this entire game that you are required at any point to take off the candy corn costume. So we'll talk to him first as the hot dog. It reminds me that the hero of the movie was an athlete or something. He jumped over buildings if he felt like it. It was so funny, or was it sad? I can't remember. So then we'll switch with Ren, become the superhero. And then he's going to talk about a monster. Speaking of hair, the movie monster was very hairy and people were scared of him. I do not know why people think hair is scary. That never sat right with D'Artagnan, actually. But this feels like progress. The name wants to come back to the tip of my tongue. And then finally, the Wolfman. That's it! The teenage Wolfman outfit is identical to the one in my movie. It's all coming back to me. He got hot dogs with many fixins before the movie. Started with a hero man that fell out of the sun. He would play basketball on weekends with a teenage Wolfman. Then they found out they were in love with the same girl and got sad. But she turned out to be an evil villain and tricked them. She put the hero man in a dark box and put fleas on teenage Wolfman. I don't think we saw that one. How did it end? The ending was weird. It was just a list of names scrolling on blackness. But you helped me remember what it was called. It came after the scrolling list. It was called The End. Oh boy. Well, I mean, thanks. So at this point, you would want to make sure if you were changed out of the candy corn costume and still going for that achievement, that you immediately changed back into the candy corn costume. As far as I know, even if you've talked to him as the superhero, you've talked to him as the hot dog, and you've talked to him as the Wolfman, he'll want to see all of the superhero costumes, or all of the costumes in a lineup, so you have to wear all three of them in order for that to work. So now we have some super awesome fertilizer. We can return to our hole in the past, and we can pour the fertilizer on the plant to make it grow. And grow it did. You can see that this tree now is absolutely massive. I don't know what was in that fertilizer to make it grow that way. But that is one giant tree, so we need to find a way to be able to climb that sucker. So in order to climb that tree, we're going to want to come to the warehouse portion of the research lab. We can climb up the stairs, and the roots of the tree have reached all the way over here, and this is where we can get up and climb the tree. And we're gonna have to do a very long spiral staircase. Thankfully, we can speed skate our way up. But up, 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 up. We're gonna be going up for quite a while. Again, one hell of a fertilizer. Wow. Because it's not even that far into the future when you think about it. We're talking maybe 30 years, 25 years. It's not that long for a tree to get this big. But the tree is so big, in fact, that we have literally walked all the way off the face of the earth into the atmosphere. And at the very end is a new costume. This is the solar system costume. So yes, a bit far-fetched and a bit ridiculous, but hey, it's kind of fun, isn't it? At this point, we are only missing one costume. And this costume here focuses on defense. It has no exploration abilities, once again, so it doesn't do anything special on the overworld. And luckily for us, we can just fall down. We don't have to skate our way down, even though we're falling very, very, very slowly. I don't actually know that this is faster. But there you have it. So, as you can see, we're kind of slowly wrapping up, getting 100% in this game. There's not a lot that we're missing at this point. And I'm just skating over to speak to Shady. He has the solar system upgrade, the Pharaoh, the candy corn, and the green dye. So these are all the ones that I have not purchased as of yet. So it's a bit of a grind to get that last bit of candy just because those upgrades are so expensive. But we still have some game to play yet. It's not like we're completely out of the gates. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to just kind of park myself outside of the super secret lab. Maybe I'll park myself in front of the private residence because we're not able to go in there. And in the next video we will bring Child Oral over to the top secret warehouse and see if he can get us inside of whatever his adult self may be hiding. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.